Hi guys, welcome to another interview experience video, and today I'm gonna share about IIM Raipur GDPI process. So stay tuned till the end to know how they grilled me. Okay, so let's start. So IIM Raipur consists of GDPI. So जब आप पहुंच जाओगे in the venue, basically you will sit in a room, your roll call will happen, and then उसके बाद the GD process will start. And once you enter the room, you will be given a number just like a ID card here. And then and I don't think there is any kind of a serial number that gets followed in a GD. So basically in my panel there were around six to eight people. Okay, so my GD topic was, can India become a leader in green energy? So that was my GD topic, and we were given 10 minutes overall, 9 minutes to have the discussion, and 1 minute for the conclusion. So I think our GD went well. I would say I got a chance to enter into the discussion for 3 or 4 times, and I did not take much time when I was speaking. So I was also letting others speak, and I think that is what you should be doing. Don't make it a fish market. That's my suggestion to everyone. सो जीडी ख़त्म होने के बाद हम लोग सब एक रूम में गए, एंड वी हैव टू सिट देयर, वेट देयर, एंड वेट फॉर आवर पीआई कॉल्स एंड ऑल. And then you are also given a serial number at the very beginning. So in that serial number you will be called for the PI. So now the main time for me, I was called for the PI, and I was sitting outside in the room, and typically on an average the PI was going on for like 10 to 12 minutes or max 15 minutes. For me, it was around 12 to 15 minutes. I'm not sure about the exact time. But let's start with what were the questions that were asked to me and how many panelists were there. So there were 3 panelists, 2 male and 1 female, and these are the same panelist as your group discussion. So maybe there will be biasness, not sure. But yeah, let's deep dive into the questions that were asked. So panel one, the lady, the female panelist, she asked me what is the difference between DeepSeek and ChatGPT, and I have to state the difference in 3 parameters. So I went on and gave my answer, and then she asked me why DeepSeek is more advanced than ChatGPT. What is the background model that is being used? So I told about supervised learning and reinforcement learning, which is used by DeepSeek, and I kept on explaining it. And then suddenly she switched to BTech Maths. I don't know how, but that is how it went for me. So she started asking me 2 functions of a linear distribution probability. Uh, I did not have any idea about that, so I could not answer that. And then she asked me how many, the probability of 53 Sundays in a leap year. I was trying to calculate in my mind, but then I got stuck. I went blank, and then I could not answer that. And then she asked me, uh, there was one more maths question that I can't remember of. Let me check. It was rank of a matrix. So I'm not sure when I studied matrix the last time, but I like I was blank at that time. I was not able to answer any maths question that was asked to me. And then she gave the forum to the panelists too. The panelist too, I would say, was pretty chill, and he was the one who was, who got to understand me and asked questions from my background. So he started with what are my hobbies, and then based on my hobbies, he asked me what are the 2 equipments in gym since I go to gym, and then he also asked me from which countries does the marathon runners come mostly. So I told about South Africa and Ethiopia. So that was on top of my mind. I was talking about Eliud Kipchoge. So that was the one. And then he went into current affairs. he started asking me with which company Tesla had a tie-up in India. I wasn't aware of it. I took a guess. I told Mahindra, but it was not. It was Tata Groups, and the news came just one day before, and it was not, you know, publicized that much. It was a quiet agreement that Tata made with Tesla. So I was not sure of that. And then he asked me, where is Tesla going to set up its factory? And I was aware that it's going to be Maharashtra. So yeah, I told about Maharashtra. And then he asked me who is the finance minister. Hopefully, I remembered the name, Nirmala Sitharaman. And then he asked me, if you were the finance minister, what two reforms would you make? So I told about the agricultural sector, and I told about increasing the budget for AI infrastructure so that you can compete with US and China and be in the race. And then the forum was open for the panel 3. He was the oldest panelist among the 3 that were sitting there, and he referred to my GD point that I spoke about. So he asked me, what is price sensitive and what is the difference, like what is the difference between price sensitive and cost sensitive. So I talked about that, and then he asked me what is the difference between price and cost. I talked about that, and then he asked me, then he asked me a ridiculous question, like a yes or no question. So the statement that he gave me was, do India have to pay the price if it doesn't pay the cost right now? So this was this was in terms of the GD topic, that can India become a leader in green energy sector. So this was a yes or no question to that, relating to that topic. So I told yes. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but yeah, that's all. That's my experience at IIM Raipur, and hope so आपका भी बढ़िया जाए. All the best for the interviews, and मुझे तो grill कर दिया in asking BTech maths, but hopefully my other interviews अच्छा जाए. So yeah, stay tuned for other interview experiences, and please subscribe and also share it with any other MBA aspirant who are currently giving the interviews. Yeah. So thank you.